Scaife has obviously got a bit of a problem there somewhere on the line, because his car is starting to go a bit slower. Whether his tyres are starting to go on him or what, one would never know, but it certainly hasn't made any effect to Garth Tander. He's smoking on.
Yeah, quite right there. Tander is now going to try and close the gap to Lowndes, but while all that battling was going on between Lowndes and Scaife, you should be able to get a shot of it here, because Lowndes has managed to gallop away, and with the laps counting down, can Tander close that gap? There it is. That's a graphic shot of it.
Oh, I think he's got a fair sort of a task in front of him to close his gap on Craig.
5 laps remaining. Oh! Jason Barbagallo's gone. Well, goodness me. He'd been driving, I guess, in some respects, Mark, at 11 tenths today, really going at it hammer and tong. And that is hard luck. Now, we get word from the pits also that Neil Crompton, who we saw in the pits a few moments ago, had contact with John Bowe. So that has put pay to Neil Crompton's way. Well, look at Barbagallo having a go at the berth.
Oh, no!
Oh, no!
Oh, he's having a shocker.
Oh, guess where he's going to visit this afternoon.
Dear, oh dear.
Larry Perkins.
The birthday boy yesterday, and not a happy way for him to end his weekend either.
Mate, they have no respect for 50-year-olds.
That's getting served up big time. Perkins just left the slightest little gap on the inside. Barbagallo had 2 wheels on the grass.
Well,
just kept driving it through.
Than 2 wheels on the grass in a minute.
The Asia Online Commodore, John Faulkner. He sweeps past Barbagallo as he tries to gather it all up. And Faulkner now, that'll move him up a couple of positions, just inside the top 15.
Barbagallo again, sideways on the exit of Cold Corner. 4 laps remain in this one, folks. Lowndes, Tander, 1 and 2 on the road at the moment. Scaife and Ingle, 3rd and 4th. First of the 4s is Radicic. Look at this. That is Bargs.
Whoa!
Oh, boy.
Oh, how lucky was that?
Yeah. Oh, well.
Here we go.
Now, what's happened there, Dick?
Well, he's got out on the marbles a little bit, and the Mitre 10 car went straight underneath him, clearly, and he's just lost it.
Nice piece of evasive action from Greg Murphy as well. How he didn't get caught up in that, I don't know.
Well, I can tell you, when you got 2 a turn and 2 a burning, you're not going to sort of go anywhere but backwards.
Wins Commodore of Rodney Forbes, the Sydney privateer, and the 3rd of the Gibson Motorsport prepared cars. He comes in for new rubber, and he's probably a victim of the troubles that a lot of the teams have been having this weekend. This understeer problem has really been taking its toll on the tyres. Front right tyre was the problem we hear from pits, but Rodney gets back into the race. 3 laps remaining for our race leader.
See, there's not a lot of difference in power between any of these cars, and there's no advantage in the straights like there has been years ago with the old Group A and things like that. And of course, these cars now are running on the new Optimax fuel, which seems to be working quite well.
Well, counting down towards the finish, there is 3rd place at the moment. Mark Scaife, the man who was blindingly quick in qualifying, a new qualifying lap record. Don't forget, of course, folks, you can check out all the latest programming information on 10 on the website.
Stop go,
no, he's got some problems. Just the way he was sliding all over the place there, there's probably damage to the car. They're just checking a tyre or front brake or something on the front end of the car, so things not working right in car 35 for Barbagallo. 2 seconds, the gap now between Lowndes and Tander. Lowndes just stamping his authority on this race. 2 laps to go. A 59.66 for our race leader, a 59.97 for Tander. He's pulled 3 tenths on him. So he was probably just getting a little bit too close for comfort, Dick.
Well, this is certainly going to turn into a fantastic event at Adelaide, I think. The Clipsal 500 in Adelaide will be absolutely blinded with the cars being this close.
Oh, Larry Perkins, that's a Cold Corner.
Well, that's what happens when you get over 50, I think.
Over the limit. Oh, Larry, he's been out off the scenery a bit this race.
Oh, I think the steam would still be coming out of his ears.
So Russell Ingall sitting back there in 4th position. Lonely race. Paul Radicic was all over him earlier, but the Shell Challenge has cooled a little. So Ingall now has a little bit of breathing space.
Oh, boy, he's been done twice.
Oh, gosh.
Like that Paul Romano.
Another young bloke.
Yeah, oh, well, as I say, they have no respect.
Yeah, happy birthday, Larry. No respect. No respect.
For their elders whatsoever.
So Larry has another taste of the sand.
Now we're on our way home, folks. 1 lap left to go. Craig Lowndes from Garth Tander. Mark Scaife sits in 3rd. Ingle 4th. There's your man who is in 5th place at the moment in the Shell Helix Falcon, Paul Radicic. Doing a great job flying the flag for the Blue Oval fans. Murphy in 7th. That's a great recovery for him considering his weekend thus far. Morris in 8th. Stephen Johnson 9th, and Longhurst rounds out the top 10.
Well, Lowndes is well in control. It's now 2.4 seconds to gap. He was just playing with that over the last couple of laps, just pumped it out a little bit to give himself a bit more breathing space. So Tander, even though he's on the march there, looks like Lowndes has responded magnificently in the last 2 laps. So he is well in control of this one.
But I tell you what, at the end of this evening, I think the stewards are going to be very, very busy.
I think so.
Craig Lowndes brings it towards the start-finish straight for the final time, in behind yesterday's birthday boy Larry Perkins, but it's going to be Craig Lowndes 3 from 3. Congratulations. Takes out another round victory. Garth Tander will finish 2nd. Mark Skate finishes 3rd. Russell Ingall 4th, and Radicic 5th. That is a fantastic result for Craig Lowndes. Well done to the youngster.
Well, that's fantastic, actually. You know, he's done a magnificent job. Obviously, for all the races he's had around here, it's been tremendous.
So there he is, making his way around past the fans. And there's Garth Tander, the local guy who finished 2nd. He really threw out his best challenge today. Now we'll check the round winners for you. And Craig Lowndes, of course, is the round winner. 3 from 3. Mark Scape home 2nd. And Garth Tander, the local, finishes 3rd. So that's how they finished in terms of round 2 of the Shell Championship Series.
It's a great effort by the young guy who's really kept his head and drove very sensibly, put on a very good passing move on Mark Scape to actually come 2nd outright in the 3rd heat.
Great job also by Paul Radicic, the first of the Fords home. Gee, he worked for his money this weekend, Dick.
I tell you what, he's been working for his money for quite some time because, you know, the car's, as I said, not quite right yet. But when he gets it right, I can assure you he'll take it up to the Holden guys.
Here's how they finished in race 3 of round 2 of the championship. Craig Lowndes from Garth Tander, Mark Scape home 3rd, Russell Ingall 4th, Radicic 1st to the Fords, then it's Larkham, Murphy and Morris in the top 8. We go further back for you. Steve Johnson, a great job in 9th. Tony Longhurst 10th. All that barney with Tony Longhurst went right to the wire. He finished 11th. And it's Baird, McDougall, Faulkner, Richards and Jones. Mazira, McLean, Seaton and McCon. But we'll take a break here, and when we come back, we'll catch up with our winners and place getters. Craig Lowndes doing a big burnout for the fans. He improves on his already impeccable record here in the West. Let's take a look at the results at the end of race 3 for you. And there they are. Craig Lowndes, your winner. Fantastic effort. Garth Tander, a well-deserved 2nd place for the Gary Rogers Motorsport team. And Mark Scape getting home 3rd. Some good performances also by the Ford drivers, particularly Paul Radicic and the Shell Helix Falcon. Well, on the podium now is Mark Osler with some pretty happy Holden drivers.
Well, the more things change, the more things stay the same. Despite the introduction of control tyres last year and a renewed push by Ford, Holden remains the dominant force in the West. The third part of that equation, 3 Holden winners today, is Garth Tander, the local boy. Nothing wrong with that, eh?
Yeah, how good's that? The car was really, really good in that last one. We made a few changes between races and made it a lot better. Would have liked to have the car like that at the start of the weekend. We might have been giving those red cars a run for their money. But thanks to our guys, to Valvoline, Cummins and Holden for sticking behind us, and we're looking forward to the next one for sure.
I'll tell you what, consistency pays off because that still leaves you 2 points ahead in the championship chase.
Yeah, it's still a long way to go though. We've got a lot of races ahead of us, and we'll just keep going the way we're going, and we've got to find a bit more speed to catch the red cars. But once we do that, we're feeling pretty confident towards the end of the year.
Put your hands together, folks. Garth Tander, local hero in WA. I'm sure we'll see a lot more from him in season 2000. Of course, another runaway win by the Holden Racing team. And the second part of that equation was, of course, pole position man, Mark Scape. Wow, that looked like hard work out there. I guess the starts are so critical when you and Craig are so evenly matched.
Well, I said to the guys, before that race, when we were doing a debrief, that you'd reckon that I could make 1 out of 3 starts, but I effectively failed. But, it was really good. The car was really good other than the last sort of 10 laps of that race. And obviously, our cars have, Lownde's the man to beat here. Obviously, he hasn't lost a bloody race here. So, it's been a really good result.
Garth really came storming through toward the end there. What, the tyres going off at the end?